my dear learners, for this course on engineering graphics. In our module 1, we were discussing about orthographic projection of straight lines and orthographic projection of points. So far, we have discussed 9 very important problems on orthographic projection of straight lines. Let us continue our discussion on orthographic projection of straight lines. The problem number 10 of our discussion states that find the true length and true inclinations of line AB with horizontal plane having one of its ends 20 mm in front of VP and 30 mm above HP. The line is inclined at 40 degrees to VP and the left side view of the line is 60 mm long and inclined at 60 degrees to x1y1 line. Draw all three views of the line. So he has given the angle of inclination and the left side view of the straight line. Since he has given left side view of the straight line and we are discussing on first angle projection, the line is above horizontal plane and in front of vertical plane. So therefore the left side view should be plotted on right profile plane. So therefore I leave space for right profile plane to draw the left side view and I will take up the front view and top view towards the left side of this board. So let us solve this problem. If I note on the data given for the problem, we have its line AB having one of its ends 20 mm in front of VP and 30 mm above HP. Let us take it as locus of A, which is 20 mm in front of VP and 30 mm above HP. The line is inclined at 40 degrees to VP since he has not given any prepositions like appears to be inclined to top view or front view. It is a true inclination. So since it is inclined at 40 degrees to VP, I should show it on HP. So therefore what he given is phi, which is 40 degrees. He has given the left side view of the line, that is A double dash B double dash, which is 60, with angle of inclination 60 degrees to horizon vertical x1y1 line. X1y1 line is nothing but the vertical line for us. Draw all the three views of the line. Let us solve this problem. First, let me draw the reference line and also let us have the right profile plane to draw the left side view what he has given for us. So thereby I have drawn x, y, x1, y1. So this is nothing but right profile plane, which is shortened as RPP, where I can draw the left side view in first angle projection. Now let us mark the locus. So for first angle projection, VP will be above and HP will be below. So marking the locus of A, it is 30 mm above HP. So I have taken 30 mm above HP. Draw the locus. So this is locus of A dash and 20 mm in front of VP. Draw 20 mm. So this will give us locus of A. Now let us start the problem. I should fix A and A dash. So therefore let me fix A and A dash first by taking the projection. So take the projection and fix A dash and A. He has given the side view for us, which is 60 mm inclined at 60 degree to x1 y1 line. Now in order to extract the side view, I should always have 45 degree line in horizontal plane. This you people already learnt in orthographic projection of points. Let us have 45 degree line first. The 45 degree line should be drawn at the intersection of xy and x1 y1 to extract the side view. So I drawn a line at 45 degrees. Since this is the locus of A and this is the locus of A dash, so now the problem is somewhat looking like an orthographic projection of points. I have point A dash here, I have point A here. Now I can extract point A double dash. The procedure I know already. I should draw a horizontal line from the top view of point to intersect the 45 degree line in HP. Then from the intersection point I should take vertical line. And from the front view I should draw an horizontal projection. The intersection between this horizontal projection from front view and the vertical projection taken from the intersection of 45 degree line will give us A double dash. So therefore, from here I should extract a vertical line which gives us A double dash. So this gives us A double dash. Now the problem is solved because we know A double dash B double dash is 60 mm at 60 degrees to x1 y1 line. So therefore it is 30 degrees to horizontal because x1 y1 is vertical line. So now I can draw 30 degrees which in turn gives 60 degrees with respect to vertical, whose length is 60 mm. So I have drawn 60 mm at 60 degrees to vertical. So this is nothing but the side view A double dash B double dash. So this angle is 30 degrees to xy, 60 degrees to x1 y1. Since we got the end B double dash, I can fix the locus. So fix the locus. So this gives us the locus of B dash in front view. Now we got B double dash. Now to extract locus of B, just I should project it vertically downwards and intersect 45 degree line. That's it. So therefore project a vertical projection and intersect 45 degree line. So this intersection point will give us locus of B, which is nothing but I know the side view of point B double dash. To extract the top view, I know front view and side view of point B. I know B dash, I know B double dash. Now to extract the top view of point B, I should drop a vertical from point B double dash to intersect the 45 degree line. So drawing the horizontal, I will get the point B. So therefore, if I draw horizontal at the intersection of vertical projection from side view to 45 degree line, will gives us locus of B. So therefore, I found out the locus of B also. So to solve this problem, the clear-cut knowledge on orthographic projection of points is the prerequisite. So we have found out locus of B. Now if I extend at 40 degrees, I will get the true length. Automatically if I draw a 40-degree line, it will obviously intersect the locus of B, which will give us end B1. So therefore now use this phi. So using phi as 40 degrees, I'll get the true length. So this is end B1. So we got the true length. Now to extract the true length in front view, I just measure this true length and cut an arc. This is because of the reason true length remains same in both front view as well as in top view. That is, I'll measure the true length . So joining which I will get the true length. So now I got A dash B1 dash. Now to extract the apparent length, whenever you know the true length, to get apparent length, first I should take projection and then I should rotate. So therefore first I will take the projection. From here also I will take the projection. Now I should rotate. That is, so from here also I should rotate. That is, we have taken the projection and then we have rotated it. So here also we have taken the projection and then we have rotated it. So thereby I have extracted the point B dash and B. Now joining which I will get the apparent dimensions. So apparent length in front view and apparent angle alpha. This is true length and this will give us the true angle theta. So similarly we have already know the value of phi, which is 40 degrees, which I have used to extract the true length, and now joining which I will get apparent length in top view. This angle is beta. So this completes the solution for the problem. Let me explain once again how we have solved this problem. First, fix the locus, that is locus of A dash and A, which is 30 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP, and also draw the right profile plane at a convenient distance to draw the left side view. Now fix the end A dash and A first. I fix the end A dash and A by taking the projection. Now you have to extract the side view because we know the length of side view and its angle. So therefore first I should draw the side view. Now to extract the side view, draw a 45 degree line at the intersection of xy with x1 y1. Now I know the locus of A and I know the locus of A dash. So now it is somewhat like orthographic projection of points, considering this end A as point A and A dash. Now to extract the side view A double dash, from the top view draw a horizontal to intersect the 45 degree line, which is nothing but the locus of A, which intersects the 45 degree line here. From there you take the vertical projection and take the horizontal projection from front view. The intersection of these two lines will give us the side view. The projection from the front view is nothing but locus of A dash. So therefore this intersection itself will give us A double dash. Once I know A double dash, I know angle of inclination. With vertical it is 60 degree, so therefore with horizontal it will become 30 degrees. At 30 degree, draw 60 mm line. So thereby I have got the side view of line AB. Now once I know the end B double dash, I can fix locus of B dash. Fix locus of B dash. Now repeat the procedure to extract locus of B, that is take vertical projection from end B double dash to intersect 45 degree line. The point of intersection of the vertical projection taken from B double dash with 45 degree line will give us locus of B. Fix locus of B. Now the problem becomes straightforward. We know phi at 40 degrees, draw phi at 40 degrees, intersect the locus of B, you will get the true length AB1. Measure this true length from A dash, cut an arc. So you get the true length in front view, because true length remains same in both front view as well as in top view. This you people already know. Now you know how to extract apparent length by knowing the true length. Do that, you will get the apparent length in front view and apparent length in top view. So this completes the problem. Now let us list out the solutions what he has asked. The answers for this problem are: he has asked us to find the true length and true inclination of line AB with HP. So he is asking us to find the value of theta and the true length. The true length is turning out to be 81 millimeters. That is A dash B1 dash, which is equal to AB1 is a true length. It is 81 mm. Coming for angle theta, angle theta is 22 degrees. So this is the solution for problem number 10. Let me pause this video for a while so that you people can copy it down. Later we will solve problem number 11. Now moving ahead for problem number 11. The problem number 11 of our discussion states that draw the projection of line PQ and find its true length and inclinations. When the line is inclined at 30 degrees to HP and 45 degrees to VP, the line is having one of its ends 15 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. The distance between the end projectors on XY line is 60 millimeters. So if I list out the data given for this problem, we have line PQ whose true length is unknown. Is stating that the line is inclined at 30 degrees to HP and 45 degrees to VP. There is no prepositions like appears to be, front view or top view. Since he has given it is inclined at 30 degrees to HP and 45 degrees to VP, it is true inclinations. So therefore he has specified the values of theta and phi. So theta is turning out to be 30 degrees, which is inclination with respect to HP, which I will show in VP, and 45 degrees to VP, which I should show on horizontal plane. The line is having one of its ends 15 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. Let me take it as locus of P. So locus of P is 15 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. The distance between the end projectors is given. End projector distance is 60 millimeters. Now if you carefully observe the problem, he has given true inclinations and end projector. The concept of end projector holds good only for apparent length or apparent dimensions. So therefore, if you would have given the values of alpha and beta, the problem would have been very simple, because we know the end projector, we know the ends P dash and P. Drawing line for alpha and beta, it automatically intersects the end projector, thereby I can get apparent length in front view and apparent length in top view. But now the case is different. He has given the values of theta and phi, which does not holds good for end projector. End projector holds good only for apparent length and apparent inclinations. Hence, I should assume the value of true length. For assumed true length, I know the angles 30 degrees and 45 degrees, using which I can extract the apparent angles alpha and beta. By knowing the values of alpha and beta, the problems become simpler. So in order to solve this problem, first I should assume true length. Let us solve this problem, which is more frequently asked in video examinations. Drawing the reference line xy, for first angle projection, always VP will be above and HP will be below. Now let us fix the locus given. Locus of P is 15 mm above HP. So draw the locus of P dash. So fix the locus of P dash. And also fix the locus of P, which is 20 mm in front of VP. Which I should mark on HP. I mark. Draw the locus. Now he has given the end projector. Let me fix end P. So we have fixed P dash and P. End projector is 60 millimeters. So therefore draw end projector. I drawn end projector. Now I don't know the angle of alpha and beta. In order to extract the angle of alpha and beta, first I should assume true length and use 30 degree and 45 degree to get alpha and beta. In order to do that, let me assume the true length less than 60 degrees. This is because of the reason, if I assume true length greater than 60 degrees, the apparent lines might exceed end projector. Thereby, I might get a chance of getting the values of alpha and beta wrong answers. So therefore, assume true length less than 60 degrees. So thereby, the apparent lengths will come within this end projector. So thereby, I can extract the actual values of alpha and beta and project it to the true end projector. Hence, assume true length less than 60 mm. Let me assume true length as 40 mm and find alpha and beta. Since we have assumed true length as 40 mm, let me use different chalk. We have assumed the true length as 40 mm, but we know the true inclinations 30 degree and 45 degree. So therefore, mark true inclinations 30 degree and 45 degrees. So we have already assumed the true length as 40 mm. So therefore, draw 40 mm line at true inclinations. We have drawn 40 mm line at true inclinations, so thereby I can fix the locus for this assumed true length. So which will gives us q1 dash, assumed q1 dash and assumed q. So using this I can extract the apparent length, thereby I can extract the values of alpha and beta. Let us do that. So these angles are correct. This is 30 degrees and this is 45 degrees given for us. Now to extract apparent length from true length, we already know that first I should project and then I should rotate. So therefore let me project to the initial end locus of line in the opposite plane. I have projected. Similarly from here also you project it to the initial end locus of opposite plane. Projected. Now rotate to get the apparent line and apparent inclination. Now rotating here also. I got the apparent line. So I got the apparent line. So I done with the apparent line. So if you observe, the apparent end projector is also coming correct. So now you measure this apparent inclination, which will gives you the values of alpha and beta. So this is nothing but q dash for us, and this is nothing but actual q. This is q1. This is not actual q. This is also an apparent q for us. Now I will get the value of alpha and beta, which is turning out to be, alpha is turning out to be 50 degrees. So I am getting the value of alpha as 50 degrees and beta as 60 degrees. So now, in order to complete the problem, we have already calculated the value of alpha. Just extend the line to intersect the true end projector. So extend the line to intersect the true end projector. Now extend this end projector also. So thereby you will get the locus. So fix the locus. So now we got the actual q dash. Fix the locus. Now extend the true length to intersect this locus. So I extended the true length to intersect the locus. So this will give you the actual q1 dash. So we have found out actual q dash and actual q1 dash. So this is the actual apparent length and this is the actual true length So therefore, he has asked us to calculate the true length. The actual true length for this problem is turning out to be 120 millimeters. So this is a solution for assumed true length of 40 mm. So similarly here, we should extend it back to intersect the end projector. Fix the locus. Now extend the true length to intersect this locus. Thereby we got actual Q1 and actual Q. So this is the solution for the given problem. First, you assume the true length which is less than the end projector dimension. Then for the assumed true length, you know the value of theta and phi. Solve the problem and find out the value of alpha and beta. So once you know the values of alpha and beta, we know the end projector. Extend the line to get the end projector on either side and fix the actual locus. Now extend this assumed true length to intersect the locus to get the actual true length. So assumed true length is 40 mm, for which I got the value of alpha and beta as 50 degree and 60 degrees. Now extending forward, I found out that true length for this problem is coming to be 120 millimeters. So this is a procedure to be employed when you have end projector with true inclinations. This completes problem number 11 of our discussion on orthographic projection of straight lines. In our next lecture, I will take up midpoint problem and conclude our discussion on orthographic projection of straight lines. That's all from this lecture. Thank you all.